here with the Australis banana powder, which is my new holy grail powder. Honestly, I've been using it nearly every single day. Actually, that's a lie, every single day. And then for some reason, I lost a giant chunk of footage here. So basically what I'd done so far was used the Lime Crime shades of Marsh and Filter. Well, I haven't used Filter yet, but you'll see. In order to create the sideline things that Clark has going on with her eye makeup, which I thought was going to be a pain, but wasn't too bad, thankfully. Also, huge apology for the lack of content these past couple weeks. University and life gets a hold of you, and considering YouTube isn't my full-time position, I had to do assignments and all sorts of jazz in order to get my degree done. So thanks to all those who have been bearing with me, and hopefully I can get back on schedule very soon. I'm certainly trying my hardest, I can guarantee that much. Shade Filter I mentioned before, and I used it with my fingers because I found that transferred the product a lot better, and it also gave it, like, it was a lot easier to do instead of going in with the brush. The brush was great for getting the initial shape, but going over it with these other colours, I was just like, yeah, nah, fingers, mate, fingers. Following that, I used the shade Boo, which in the pan is really dark navy, but as soon as you put it on, it looks basically black, and I was using that to kind of be acting as a base for the eyeliner I put there later in order to get that smudgy look Clark's got going on, which I could have initially probably done with a shit ton of eyeliner, but that then makes my eyes hurt so much, so that was most definitely out of the question for me. And using my trusty Chi Chi brow pomade now. I use this all the time, and I tried to make my brows look a bit more angular at the corners to match Clark's, but I mean, mine are immediately thicker than Eliza's anyway, but I tried. And then from here on out, I'm kind of just switching between the use of Boot, Marsh and Filter in order to darken up the makeup around the eyes and define that edge as well, which I felt got a bit lost when I was blending beforehand. And then we go in with the contouring. I've actually grown to love contouring so much, and my new technique is basically contour first, base powder later. It makes it look a bit more subtle and like an actual shadow sitting under the skin as opposed to colour slathered on top. And then I blended that out before going absolutely ham with the bronzer. Totally, because despite what the show might make it look like, I highly doubt that the grounders would have had this perfect, clean, pristine skin, because sneezed. Continuing on, I doubt they would have had perfect, clean skin all the time. Even Clark looks like she has not showered for all of season 3, and the only time she got a bath was when it rained in, I think, 3:11 or so, where she's on the horse and she sees Jasper and all that. And then eyeliner, which for most of this you can't even see what I was doing, so I ended up with a small amount of footage because I still have to learn how to get in frame when doing this. And then going in with the Covergirl Lash Blast Fusion. I can never get that right on the first try. Oh boy. And with this, I was basically more pressing it into my bottom lashes as opposed to rubbing over them in order to transfer more of that like dark, smudgy effect which Clark had going on before I went in again with Boot, just on those corner edges, because it looked like nothing was there. And this lip shade I use is one of the Chi Chi Wicked Lippies. I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be Wrath, but I'll have all the products listed in the down bar for you anyway, if anyone's deeply curious. And now for the hair, shaking out the lion's mane. I started by creating that little bumpy part she's got going on. And then I just pinned that back behind my hair. Behind my hair. Good use of language there. Behind my head. So that it would stay up a bit more before going in and doing the little braids. The swirly ones that she had around the side of her head. And I found that I was actually able to just loop the end of that braid into the pins I had there, which was incredibly convenient. And then just repeat on the other side. Now for these bottom parts, I kind of drew inspiration from the hair in the original photo as well as her hair in the latest episode, well, latest as of this, which was Join or Die 313. So she's got like one braid on one side and then the other side's got a braid and the little like bumpy type of thing, which you'll see in a second. This bit here that I'm about to do now. It's like a little bunchy pony thing. I don't know, I'm terrible at describing it, but you'll see what I mean if you look at the photo and look at this and all that. And that's it. That completes the Wanheda look. Thank you for watching, as per usual. And of course, selfies are required when you look as good as Clark does. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and stay beautiful, stay creative.